This is ChatGPT. Let's see if we can have some fun with it. I think what I want to try first is something me and my brother have been talking about for a long time, and that is the silliest fantasy setting we could think about. So let's try Time Wizard Chaldeus of the
Northern Plains fights an evil demonic warrior named Nazareth. Both are temporal plains, riding a rainbow unicorn, wielding a staff of enchanted light, followed by an army of pixies with magical wands. They fight a evil warrior, Nazareth, who is an epic tale about a time wizard, a rainbow unicorn, who is staff enchanted light, followed by an army of Nazareth, who is riding a death centaur with an army of demonic goblins and ogres. Both are fighting for the enchanted forest of the elves, who wish to protect it at all costs.
An epic battle ensues with. Hold on. We'll see what pops up. We'll see what pops up, fellas. In the enchanted forest of the elves, a great battle was about to take place. The evil demonic warrior, Nazareth, had invaded the forest with his army of goblins and ogres. He rode atop a fearsome death centaur, and his eyes blazed with the flames of hatred. The elves had rallied their forces to protect their home, but they knew that they would need help if they were to emerge victorious, and so they called upon Chaldeus, the Time Wizard of the Northern Plains, who was known to be the most powerful wizard in all the land. Chaldeus arrived at the edge of the forest, riding atop a magnificent rainbow unicorn, wielding a staff of enchanted light. Behind him followed an army of pixies, each one armed with a magical wand. As Nazareth and his army of this is going way faster than I can read it, so I'm just gonna paraphrase. Nazareth charged forward, the death centaur trampling everything in its path. Army of pixies darted to weave the battlefield, casting spells and firing bolts of energy at the demonic goblins and ogres. Chaldeus, as he stabbed beams of light at the deaths of his enemies. Nazareth swung his sword, cleaving through the air with a deafening roar. Chaldeus countered with a blast of time magic that froze Nazareth in place. The two wizards locked eyes. Nazareth isn't a wizard, he's a warrior. And the air around them shimmered with the power of magic. The battle raged on, each side gaining and losing ground, but slowly Chaldeus and his allies began to gain the upper hand. The army of pixies had whittled down the demons' numbers, and Nazareth was becoming increasingly tired. Man, he needed to take a little nap. Finally, with a mighty blast of magic, Chaldeus struck Nazareth down. The death centaur fell to the ground, its demonic energy dissipating into the air. With the battle won, the elves emerged from their hiding place to cheer Chaldeus and his allies. They thanked them for the bravery and promised to honor their deeds for generations to come. As Chaldeus and his companions rode away from the enchanted forest, they knew that they had done a great deed. They had saved people from destruction, and they had done it with the power of magic and courage. Yeah, that pretty much sums up all the gooberness that me and my brother could have guessed with this sort of story. If only they were able to do this in, like, book form. Let's see what else is here. Let's do something like, let's see how far they can write a Kiwi Burgers podcast episode. So I'm gonna write simulate a podcast for the Kiwi Burgers podcast. Or for the Kiwi Burgers channel. Of course, if it doesn't get it right, it's okay. I can do something else with it. I can put us all in manually. I just want to see if it can figure us out. Because I doubt it could. But we'll see what it comes up with. If it needs more information, I can give it. Welcome to the Kiwi. Okay. We'll see where this goes. Okay. Yeah, I could tell that wasn't going anywhere.
Podcast episode with Logan, the leader, and one who isn't afraid to say the dumbest things you've ever heard. Matt, the femboy who denies it, but is really funny in doing so. Also, he's New Zealand. He's from New Zealand. Jacob, the quiet but calculated one. Also from New Zealand. That's right. And David, the slow-talking Californian who is usually right, but also comes up with banging jokes.
For the other podcast members that are listening in right now, let's go. What? Okay. I guess we're the hosts. I deny man. Oh, this is the... Okay. No, I get it. Let's see what this is about. Okay, this is a lie. I don't like In-N-Out that much. I like Wendy's. Shake Shack. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna retry this. Copy. Paste.
The host being... I didn't say this was about last week. About gaming / relevant topics. Okay, these episodes. Let me see putting something like unmentionably. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I know it wanted me to capitalize this shit. Alright. Send it. No! Okay. Fine, fine. Okay, this is better. As a Californian. Man, that was a really short episode. But bye oh bye. I think it's funny that we did mention indie games last time, but none of us really understood what that was. Or not what it was, but none of us really had one to talk about. See what else we could do with this. See what else we could do with this. Let's do...
So gym bros at the gym who care about nothing except lifting weights and protein. Obviously, they're very odd. They're very smart and giant. There are 5 of them, and they really don't want to do legs, but one of them exclusively does legs, and it's pressuring all of them to do it, to which they kill him. Okay. Fine, don't kill him. They make fun of his wimpy arms. Fine, good God! Whatever! Why not? I'm going. To which they... exclusively does legs, and is trying to make it sound cooler.
Then bench press. Why does it keep doing the podcast? Okay, hold on. No podcast. Copy. New chat. Bam. Done. Finally! I As soon as John walked into the gym, he was greeted by a group of massive men in tank tops, grunting as they lifted weights. They were the Gym Bros, a group of fitness enthusiasts who were more interested in their gains than anything else. John had always been intimidated by them, with their bulging biceps and chiseled abs. He never really had talked to them, and just stuck to his own workout routine. One day, John was doing some leg presses when he noticed one of the Gym Bros, Dave, doing some squats with insane amounts of weight. Dave was a bit different from the other bros, though while others seemed to only care about lifting weights and chugging protein shakes, Dave had a particular interest in leg day. He was always working on his legs, and would often boast about how important it was to have a strong foundation. John couldn't help but overhear Dave talking to his friends about his leg workout routine. "You guys are missing out," he said. "Leg day is where it's at. It's way cooler than bench press." The other Gym Bros laughed and rolled their eyes. "Come on, Dave. We don't have time for legs. We got upper body to work on," one of them said. Dave didn't seem deterred, though. "You guys are missing out," he repeated. "If you want to be a well-rounded athlete, you need to work on all muscle groups." John was impressed by Dave's dedication to his leg workout routine. He never had really thought about the importance of working on his legs, but Dave's enthusiasm was infectious. He decided to strike up a conversation with Dave and learn more about leg day routine. That was really just an inspirational story as opposed to be funny. I'm gonna type, "be funny." Why don't Gym Bros ever do math? Because they don't want to be divided. Be more funny. Oh, come on. Why did the Gym Bro refuse to do legs on a Monday? Because he said it was a weak start to... Oh. Really? Is that what we're going with? Really? Okay. Let's do a new chat. Let's do one more, and then I think I'll call it a day.
Let's do story. Grandma's at a wine and book club. But they read exclusively Warhammer 40K books and talk about the goriness within them. They drink a lot of wine, but the books always carry their conversations.
See what chat can do. Once a month, a group of grandmas gathered in one of their homes for their wine and book club. The members of the club had been friends for years, and they loved doing nothing more than getting together to catch up and talk about their latest reads. At first glance, the club seemed like any other book club. There were bottles of wine on the table, and women sat around chatting and laughing. But when you looked closer, you could see that the books on the table were not the usual fare for a group of grandmas. Instead of cozy mysteries or literary fiction, the books were all from the Warhammer 40K universe. Each month, the club would choose a new book from the series to read and discuss, and they were not afraid to get into the gory details. The grandmas would sip their wine and talk excitedly about the battles and the weapons described in the books. They would debate the merits of the different factions and discuss the psychology of the characters. They were particularly fond of the books that delved into the darker side of the Warhammer universe. As the night wore on and the wine flowed, the conversations would get more animated. Grandmas would act out the battles and the fight scenes using the wine bottles as props. They would cheer when their favorite characters emerged victorious and groan when they were defeated. Despite the sometimes gruesome subject matter, the grandmas loved their book club. They relished the chance to escape into the fantastical world of Warhammer 40K and discuss it with their friends. And of course, they loved the wine. As the night came to a close and the grandmas said their goodbyes, they would all leave with a new book to read and a renewed excitement for the next meeting. They were a group of grandmas like no other, and they wouldn't have it any other way. That's sweet, but that didn't show a lot of dedication to the Warhammer 40K universe. Let's say grandma's monthly wine and book club about the book Let's pick, brutal cunning. Grandma's gathered around a table, the glasses of wine already poured, and a copy of Brutal Cunning by... Ooh, they got it! By Gab Thorpe at the center of the table. The book was the latest selection for their monthly book club, and the grandmas were eager to dive in. One of the grandmas, Margaret. Okay, we got a name. Well, I don't know about you ladies, but I couldn't put this book down. The way Thorpe writes about battles and strategies is just captivating. They weren't just mindless soldiers fighting for the sake of it. They had their... Okay. I don't think... I don't think they know what the book is. Thrilling stakes. They were just meatless soldiers fighting other meatless soldiers. Okay. I'm gonna leave it off here, but I think it's really funny that they had known that it was by Gab Thorpe. They just didn't know what was in the book. Okay, comprehension is new. I'll see you all in the next episode if you want this. Be sure to watch the See you next week.